Earls. The most powerful members of the nobility, the king gave them largest areas of land. In return they had to ensure that the land was well governed. They were wealthy and powerful due to the large area of land they controlled. Thane. A nobleman in Anglo-Saxon England. They were given smaller areas of land from their lord. Their lord would be either the king or an earl. King's Council. Another name for the Witan. The powerful nobles advised the king. Witan. A national council who met to advise the king in Anglo-Saxon England. It was made up of the most powerful nobles such as earls and churchmen such as bishops. Sheriffs. Usually a thane, they controlled the government within each shire. Fyrd, an army made up of peasants and freemen who served the king or their earl when needed. Lord. A person who had other people relying on them for protection, land and food. In return for their protection, they would expect their dependents to fight for them. Earldom. An area of land controlled by an earl, the most powerful nobles. There were 4 areas in Anglo-Saxon England: Mercia, Wessex, Northumbria and East Anglia. Shire. The area of land controlled by an earl was divided into areas. Hundred. Made up of multiple villages, these areas of land were smaller than shires. They were controlled by sheriffs and their deputies. Shire-reeve. Also known as a sheriff, they were usually a thane. They had responsibility for controlling the government in each shire. Sheriffs. Usually a thane, they controlled the government within each shire, also known as a shire-reeve. King's Court. The king was the most important part of the justice system. The king decided over the most serious cases such as murder. Shire courts. These dealt with cases involving land and property. Criminals who had committed serious crimes were also tried here. They were overseen by an earl and were attended by important people such as lords and churchmen. 100 courts. These dealt with less serious cases such as stealing livestock or failing to pay debts. They were overseen by sheriffs and their deputies. Taxes. A payment from each shire to the king based upon the value of land in the shire. Wergild. The man price was the value attached to the life of a freeman who had committed a crime. It would be given to the victim of the crime or their family.